What's this video about?
This video is about how to set up the Stitch and Fold booklet maker. You take a sample size or copy of your actual publication, what size paper and thickness. You're going to calibrate two different sizes where it's jogging the paper on short edge and long edge. So before you're actually printing anything, the first thing you're going to do is calibrate or measure out the size for your actual paper where it's jogging the width of it, or the height of it, I guess. And the way you do that is by adjusting the two metal bars here. You can unscrew them and literally move them left and right. There is a scale, or a ruler that is pretty accurate to scale. This is set to 8.5, as you'll see, on nearly both sides, but a little tighter on this end for that jog capacity. Okay. And these, since we know this is on the 8.5 mark, I'm going to move it, but these just literally slide back and forth. So for Ernie or 11 by 17 project, you're going to slide it to the 11. You're going to slide this one out to the 11. You're going to check that when this bar, let me tighten it back down, moves in, that it actually touches the top of the paper. It's actually making contact for a jog. That's the biggest thing you want. This bottom bar that we moved as a sample stays solid the whole time. So really you get that one on the number you want for your paper with that direction, and you're good to go. So that's how you adjust the top jog. The second thing you want to adjust is the lengthwise jog. And that's going to happen through these little tippy tap jogging handles that come up, jogging pieces. And these are adjusted through this knob and rotor there. And what it's going to do is physically move these up and down. Not up and down this way, but up and down where they're actually jogging. So you want to hold them in their jogged position. So when you see this is an 8.5 by 11, this jog is actually lining up pretty damn perfectly with the 11. So you can actually trust the metrics on the machine now that it's been straightened and calibrated by Robert. But if you're moving it in and out, this is going in, and I'm holding the jog to see, oh, I'm using a shorter paper, I want it to be 10 inches. If I'm moving it out, I go counterclockwise. It's just like loosening and tightening, and I could get it up to the 17 from 11 by 17, for example. And then you check those calibrations, like I said, by taking your actual project, putting it down. It's going to go, if you could look overhead, your paper is going to hit at these two metal dowels, and that's where it's going to know I should staple, and then I'm going to drop down to fold it. So you want to get your paper while it's off to those drops, and then you want to check your jogs. See how it's touching, just touching the paper? See how this one is just touching, just touching the edge of the paper? That's all you need. You don't want to bend it, you don't want to wrinkle, you just want some contact. So I'm like, great, this is the perfect size. Amazing. That's what we want. Now, to actually use the machine then, what it's going to do is first send it down to staple it through the two stitcher heads attached to these wires, and then shoot it down through some rollers later to fold it. This is a stitch and fold, but it can stitch or fold, which feels worth saying. If you want to turn on and off the stitch, whether or not it's actually essentially stapling and binding something, it's this simple on and off switch right here. So you can see the stitch is on for this project. And then if you want to wrap around this way, there's another on and off switch for this exit chute, and it's currently off because we want it to fold the paper. If it's on, the machine will just drop the paper unfolded out the bottom. If it's off, which it will probably always be, it will shoot the paper to a kind of locking mechanism that says, oh, we got to shoot it up and fold it, and we'll do that. And we can see that when we turn it on. So we're going to click on, you'll hear the hum. If you open it, it will stop. It cannot harm you. It has safeties in that sense. You have to turn it back on. It has a built-in counter that is just a little kind of analog digital counter that you can reset manually to 0. But you're going to want to slightly jog your paper. As you let it in, I usually kind of keep it aligned with one side, usually the one I'm facing. And then when it gets closer to drop, I let it go. It does the jog. It's folding, and it shoots out your folded jean 8.5 by 11, and that's pretty square and pretty good for the fact that I just moved it back and forth a little. And that's the stitch in full, and you turn it off.